The city ditch is a huge part of the Denver community.
Water from this small ditch helped a dry, dusty town on the plains grow. It also transformed City and Washington parks.
Imagine 150 years ago, where I'm standing was treeless, grassless, and bushless. And the early permanent settlers realized that they needed to bring water to the area.
The solution was to build canals and ditches to meet the growing demand for water.
In 1860, Capital Hydraulic Company saw an opportunity to provide Denver with more water by pulling from the South Platte River system. So they went to the Kansas Territorial Legislature, and the legislature allowed for them to build the ditch for agricultural, mining, mechanical, and city purposes.
The company's first attempt to build a ditch failed because the water didn't make it all the way to Denver. So they brought in surveyor and engineer Richard Little to create a new path for the ditch, including a diversion point higher up the river.
In 1865, the company then hired John Smith to build the ditch, and his company did that and completed it in 1867, which is when they first used ditch water to fill Smith's Lake in Washington Park.
The ditch was extended to deliver water to City Park, and still does today. Denver purchased City Ditch in the late 1800s. Denver Water acquired it in 1918. To be more efficient, Denver Water's portion of the ditch is now fed by stormwater and recycled water.
If John Smith were here today, 150 years after the water began to flow in his ditch, he would be very proud that something that got dug 150 years ago is still supplying water that's vital to our community and to the quality of life in Denver.
Washington Park and the open stretch of City Ditch are now on the National Register of Historic Places.
With our celebration of the 150th anniversary, our hope is that the awareness of the ditch and its history will increase people's pride in the city and in the efforts that have occurred over the last 150 years to make Denver such a wonderful place to live.